Awesome. And it's just at 9:31, so or 9:30, depending on which clock I'm looking at. It looks like we're going to have a few more people join us today, but it doesn't mean that we'll wait. We'll go ahead and get started. So find your mat, find your block, any props. If you're looking for another partner to come in, find your partner, bring them in. Yeah, and if you're just joining in, again, if your video is off, just click on your screen and go ahead and click start video for us. Once you start that video, I will be able to come right into your living room and give you a few little pointers. So awesome. And let's go ahead and get down onto the mat. Take your knees out wide, child's pose. Awesome. Some more videos setting on. I love it. And take a few full body breaths. Full inhales through the nose. Big exhales through the nose. Big full inhale. Empty. Find space here. Walk your hands out as you inhale. Getting even more space in the upper lumbar, neck, shoulders. On your exhale, press your hips back. Take a big deep breath in. And a big breath out. Yeah, big inhale. Open your mouth. Downward facing dog. Welcome, Sally. Hi, Shami. Yeah, I love you guys joining in. Welcome. And in your downward facing dog, just pedal your feet out there. You bend one knee, press the other heel back and down. Feel it in the back of your knee, up through the hamstring. And then just switch sides, pedal that foot and press through the right side. And then do it again. One more side to the other side. And then shake out your head. Yes. No. And then always come back to being a yes. You'll grow more there. And then find stillness. Press your heels back. Lift your sit bones up. Draw your shoulder blades into your spine and pull them closer to your body. Then take another big breath in, full expression, hold. Stick out your tongue, empty. Ragdoll. Walk your feet to the back of your wrist. Usually for me right now in the morning, this first ragdoll is probably the most intense ragdoll of my day, of my life. Yeah, notice where it's intense and you're holding on to that tension. Now's the time to start letting it go. Drop your head, like fully drop it. If your neck is still cocked so that you can see the ground, drop your head so much that the crown points towards the floor and your gaze is behind you. And then bend your knees. Yeah, soften the joints. Bend your knees so much that your belly actually touches your thighs or right in between. Yeah, so we've got bend knees and then pushing forward. Even right here, right now, I feel this in the back of my legs. I've got a little bit of a tremble going, a little bit of a shake. And if you want more here, if you want to extend the legs, come from the hips. Start lifting the hips up as you drop the head lower. A little more shake. Just allow that shiver, allow that little shake throughout the body, and then take it even deeper as you lift your hips even higher. And then right there at that point, drop your right hand to the center of your mat. Yeah, so right hand to the center of your mat. Bend your right knee. Press through the center of your left heel and lift your left hand. Ragdoll twist. Yeah, so look up and then exhale, twist. Pull your shoulder blades in. Move your upper arm bones back. You can do it again. Breathe in. Yeah, rinse. And then release. We're coming to the other side. Bend the left knee. Drop the left hand. You want to come light onto your hand, so we call these spider fingers. Reach your right hand up and look. Fill up, rinse, open. One more big breath in, twist. Come back to the center, hands to the earth. Walk your feet to touch. Big breath in, Tadasana, full reach. Lengthen all the way up to the ceiling. Reach the sides of your body up towards your ears. Draw your shoulders straight back. Look up. Hands to heart center. We'll begin our practice. One full Om. Ah. Extend, reach up, look between your fingers. Exhale, forward bow. Halfway lift, flatten your back. Draw your shoulder blades in. Press your hands flat, high plank, step back. Yeah, and in your high plank, you can adjust your feet here. If your feet are really close together, that's a more advanced way of doing it. If you need a little more distance, take your feet out wide. And then stack your joints, press your heels up and forward and your shoulders forward. So your shoulders will either be stacked over your wrist or even just a tiny bit forward, like 1 to 2 inches ahead. We call it a planche. Now, don't drop your head here. Look directly out. You want a neutral spine. From your skin to your muscle to your bone, hug in. Come low plank, forward and down, bend the elbows. Don't drop your shoulders below your elbows. Lift up and then press upward dog. Press forward, lift your chest. Just like that, puff your chest even more, expand your mid-back. Downward facing dog. Great job. And one more big inhale. Full exhale. Everybody, look at the top of your mat. Bend your knees and go there. Yeah, whether you walk, jump, or float. Halfway lift. Forward bow. Extended mountain, full reach, lengthen up. Look between your hands, get taller, reach. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back, high plank. Breathe here, low plank. Big inhale, upward facing dog. Full exhale, downward facing dog. Yeah, that's it. Breathe here. Every down dog, you're resetting. Big inhalations, full exhalations without any manipulation of the breath. Weight in the hands, breathe in, look forward. Exhale, float. Halfway lift, bow. Tadasana, full reach, extend to the sky. Look up, take a tiny back bend. Forward fold. Halfway lift, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, big inhale, downward facing dog on the exhale. 3 more breaths. I had a little trick on that float. I used to always think it was like inhale, look, exhale, jump. And really your jump is kind of right after your exhale. So you're kind of moving with your own breath. It feels natural there. So try it on, look forward, go forward. Halfway lift, bow, chair pose. Sometimes when you try something different, it brings something different. Right here, I invite you to try that on. Like, what can you do different right here in this chair pose than you've ever done before? Maybe it's just breathing in the chair pose. Maybe it's sinking your hips down in line with your knees. Yeah, what's possible if you just get out of your head and like what it looks like? What does it feel like? And then go to your edge. Like, let's feel it together. I'll even get into this party. Come on, right here. Dip down even lower. It's like the limbo. How low can you go and stay safe and keep the form and just keep going? Like the elevator, just keep going down. And when you're there, hold it. From skin to muscle to bone, hug in. Lift your chest, spark your fingers. Forward fold, everybody. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, move into warrior one. Yeah, that's great, Kayla. Nice deep lunge. Everybody go for that deep lunge. And really be intentional here, setting the physical foundation of your pose. Ground into the four corners of both feet. Pull your right knee over your ankle, sink your hip in line with your knee. And then spark your fingers. That's it. Reach up. Yeah, maybe even look up between your fingers and then go deeper. Right there. Lunge in. One more breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. Move into warrior one on your left side. And again, be intentional here. Don't just jump in to get out. Like, really come into your full expression. Lift all 10 toes. Stretch the 10 toes. Lunge in a little bit deeper. Reach up a little bit higher. Yeah, now look up at your fingers. Are they dull? Are they energized? Spark them out. Lunge even deeper. One more breath in. Chaturanga. Yeah, what are you waiting on? Upward dog. Empty and downward facing dog. Yeah, don't be afraid, like, especially when you're at home and in your own environment, to just let out a big sigh. Sometimes it feels good. I know in all of this, every once in a while I'll be at home and I'll just catch myself taking in a big breath and just, like, energetically let it go. Fill up. Let it out. Look at the top of your mat. Go there. Feet between your hands. Halfway lift. Forward bow. Chair pose. Back in. Sink low. I see you, Dr. Bolton. Drop your hips. Lift the front of your pelvis. Let your tailbone descend. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Meet and downward facing dog. Step your right foot to the top of your mat. Warrior one. Everybody come to your deep lunge. Reach up. Look up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Now we're going to vinyasa to the other side. So take an up dog and a down dog. And then just step right in. In your breath, left side, warrior one. Deep lunge. Press down into the feet. Reach up through your hands. Look up. Chaturanga. Flow out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Whew. Building some heat. Now, this part of the series is called Awakening, and it's just about that. It's just about awakening the body, the vital organs, the presence, getting out of the head and right into this moment. So we're going to start to move a little bit faster for the next 2 rounds. We're going to go one movement, one breath. So as you inhale, I want you to fully receive the pose. And as you exhale, you're going to release out of the pose. Breathe in, empty out. Now look forward, float, half lift, bow, chair pose. Big inhale, exhale, forward bow, halfway lift, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay in your breath. Warrior one, right foot forward. Big inhale, receive. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, big inhale, receive it. Exhale, release it, downward facing dog. Take the left side, warrior one, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Yeah, your breath, upward facing, downward facing dog. 2 breaths right here. Another inhale. Exhale. Everybody look forward, go forward. Halfway lift, bow forward. Inhale, rise up. Tadasana, extend through the sky. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Right foot warrior one, inhale. Yeah, receive. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left side, inhale, warrior one. Big reach. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Whew. Nice and warm. Bring your hands to touch, lift your right foot to the sky. Go for a 3-legged down dog. So bend your knee, but line your knee with your lifted hip. Now stack, press your shoulders down towards the mat, and then square your hips to the side. Now, whether it's a side wall or the side of your house, whatever that side is, if you're outdoors, indoors, just keep reaching. Hook the leg, press the foot down towards the mat, and if you're ready, flip your dog. Just as a FYI, you are ready now. That's it. Drive your heel down, lift up in your hips. If your shoulder is not stacked and you're creating pain, just shift yourself over your shoulder. That's it. Stacking the joints. Lift up. Now look at your hand. Go back. That's it. Go back. Just open the chest and keep going. Dog. And in down dog, bring the thumbs back to touch. Lift the left foot up to the sky. Move into 3-legged down dog on the left side. Yes, that's it. Hook your knee, push, push, and then flip your dog. You got it. Now right here, draw in to create your full expression out. Yeah, don't hold back. Keep going. Yes, Sean. That's it, Sally. Keep going. Mickey, go back. Reach your hand back. You've got more right there. Go back. Downward facing dog. You guys are quite spectacular. It's a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, move into a high plank. Pull the pit of your belly in and up here. You want to stay tight and active in the core. You really want to be tight and active throughout the entire body here. The tighter you are, the lighter you become. And press your heels forward. Pit of the belly in and up. Spin your ankles to the right, side plank. There's an option to drop the knee here for modification, or an option to lift the top leg here for an advancement. The choice is yours. Like your whole practice is your choice. We invite you to draw in for your fullest expression, but right here, go for something, anything. Like, what does it look like to be in your full expression? Maybe it's lifting your gaze. Maybe it's just breathing. Another 2 breaths. Fill up. That's it. Energetically lift up. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come into high plank. High plank is one of the poses in this practice that can easily take me out, where I can go to my head and start to say, like, I'm not strong enough, or start to fidget or drop out. But like, you are strong enough. Like, you are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. And like right here, prove it. Press down into your hands, soften in the shoulders. Side plank to the left. Sometimes you just have to remind your head that it's not always in control. Like, your body can do it. you ever heard of the stories of like moms who can like lift cars? Like that's you right here. Like you own your body. Like you can do this. Get into your body. Lift up. Express out. Yes, even more. Breathe in. Lift up. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ha. Take a big full inhale. Clear out the exhale. Another inhale. Empty exhale. Look forward. Go forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Sink your hips down lower. Shift your knees back. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. And then sink down even lower. Yeah, everybody just go 2 inches lower. Bring your hands to your heart center. Twist. Twist to your right. So your left tricep into your right thigh. If you're on the edge of your knee here, lower down even more into your squat. And then you'll twist even deeper. Now you can open your arms here in this twist if that feels good. If you can take a bind, move into that. And if you're binding, you might need to go a little bit lower. That's it. Look up at the sky, the ceiling, whatever room you're in. Now pull your shoulder blades into your spine. Move them closer to your body. Yes, that's it. Look up. Now exhale, rinse. Chair pose, right back into the center. Lift your chest. Turn to the left. Prayer twist left. Holly, sink your booty down just a little bit more. Yeah, it'll help you catch that bind. Now, everybody press into your hands to lift your chest off of your thighs. And start to turn your head up. Now, don't crank the neck here. You're just turning yourself to like look up. That's it. Now draw your thoracic spine in. Move your upper arm bones back. Nice, Johanna. That's it. Bella and Leah, whoever that is, great job with the, yes, side crow. Now everybody right here, another crunch, big twist. Take your feet out hip width distance. Grab your big toes with your pinky fingers. Not your pinky, your peace fingers. Total wrong word, it happens. And everybody shift your hips forward. So your hips are towards your toes, like stacking over the ankles. And with your big toes, pull your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, take a halfway lift, flatten your spine. And then exhale, pull your head through your legs. Yeah, that's the goal-ish. Yeah, now lift your hips even higher. Release, go into gorilla. Right here, just scoop the hands right under the feet. Gorilla asana. Drop your head, lift your hips even higher. Start playing with the resistance, start playing with a little bit of the shake. 3, 2, release. Slowly release your hands. And everybody, bring your feet together. Take a half lift. Bow forward. Fully extend, Tadasana, big full reach. Lengthen up, look up, juicy back bend. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Empty and downward facing dog. Whew. Few more breaths right here, just resetting. Ujjayi. Look at the top of your mat. Make your way there, feet between your hands. Halfway lift, fold, half. Now, I've got your feet between your hands. I've set you up, so we're gonna take crow. If you've never done crow before, the reason I brought you to the top of your mat is because I think it's easier to set up from the top than the back. So you can place your hands down onto the mat. I want your hands like they're opening jars. So if your hands turn inwards, you're closing your shoulders out, which is gonna compromise the pose. Turn your hands out, giving you an open shoulder base so that you have room to press and pull. So hands down, and then pull your knees towards the back of your triceps. Now, some people say to go to your armpit. I'm just not there. So wherever you can access, and then just shift forward. Your finger pads become brakes, and you can start to lift your feet one at a time, or you can even lift both at the same time. Yeah, and I invite you to start playing right there. If you're already in crow or headstand, beautiful. 2 more breaths. Everybody, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Yeah, like inversions are a yogi's playground. So whatever is showing up here for you, whether it's headstand, handstand, crow, or if you need something not inversion, move into yogi squat. But everybody, we're going again, 6 breaths this time. Go. Crow, headstand, handstand, your choice. Nice, that's it. Yeah, I like it. Getting some headstand, some solid crow. Nice, Tom. That's it. Squeeze your glutes, straighten the legs. Everybody, big inhale, full exhale. You've got this. 2 more. And if you're down, just move into child's pose. We'll meet you there. Everybody, chaturanga. Upward dog. Press back to child's pose. Big, big inhale. Stick out your tongue, exhale. Downward facing dog. Look at the top of your mat. Go there. Feet to the top of your mat. Inhale to a flat spine. Exhale, forward bow. Utkatasana, chair pose. Lift all 10 toes and stretch them out. Place the mounds of your big toes down. Press into the center of your heels. Eagle. Take your right leg over your left leg, and then your right arm underneath your left arm. Yeah, and there's a couple things that we see in class. Like sometimes people want to like swing it over and then they fall out. Like control is key here. Like really lifting through the core, squeezing everything right into your center. Now lift up through the crown of your head. But as you lift your chest up, sink your hips lower. That's it. Big breath. Release. Let's shake it out. And then come back to the center, sink back down. Utkatasana. Again, find the 4 corners of your feet. Inner ankles back, outer ankles down. Eagle. Take your left leg over your right leg and your left arm underneath your right arm. Those same intentions from skin to muscle to bone, hug in. Thoracic spine in, move your upper arm bones back. Sink into the hips, lift through the crown of the head. Right here, squeeze in and be in for 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. And this time we're gonna switch to the other side. We're moving back in, eagle on the right side. So the right leg over and the right arm under. 5 breaths. We're actually gonna take each of the next standing poses all for 5 breaths. So I invite you to draw in on each of them to create your full expression. And don't wait until it's time to move on and then realize that you missed out. Like, go now. Squeezing in, lifting up, open up. Take your knee over to the right side. Take your hand over to the left side. Notice if you're doing it the way you always do. Like right now is a time to be creative. It's a time to be in discovery of like what can be different. If we get out of the way that we always do it, if we get out of the default, like what does it look like? What can it look like? Bring it back into the center. And right here, just release your hands from your foot or your leg, wherever it is, and everybody straighten your leg. And then lift up, whether it's 2 inches or 10, lift up. Lift your hands up, airplane. But go with, actually, let's take warrior 3. So keeping your arms straight and your foot straight. Your arms out in front of you and your foot behind you. And you can start to reach here as if you could get into a T, square your hips, square your toes, and then get long, breathe in, pull your hands into your heart center, shoulders fully integrated, half moon, slowly, drop your hands. Now, if you have a block, take that. If you have a couch near you, whatever it is that you may need, if you are unstable here, take it. Yeah, your dog tends to walk by, just grab that. Your kid, grab it, whatever it is. Now stack your hips. You're light in your bottom hand. Square your shoulders. And then right here, expand from the inside out. Wherever you go, go there. Lift up. Look up. Another breath in. Go even more. Now square your hips. Warrior 3 or airplane. Just slowly reversing, coming right back in. Standing leg raise. Ever so slowly back up, lift. Tree. Right foot to the center. Right into your left leg. Anywhere above or below your left leg. Or your knee, excuse me, not the leg. You want it on the leg. Yeah, just above or below the knee. And the only why for that, if you're ever in a class and the teacher's like, don't put your foot on your knee, and they're like, why? That's where it goes. Because your knee doesn't bend that way. It's truly just about safety and alignment here. Yeah, but you can go anywhere else. Like if you want to kickstand, you feel unstable. If you want to go calf, thigh. If you want to reach your hands, look up. Yeah, release, shake it out. Everybody, just shake that out. And for me, when I stay on my ankle that long, I like to just do a little ankle circle because it gets really intense. My joints aren't as young as they used to be. And then come back to the center of your mat and everybody reach up, big Tadasana, look back if you need it. And come back in, eagle on your left. Take your left leg over and bring your left arm under. Moving right back into eagle. And right back into full expression. Yeah, it's probably different on your left than it was on your right. Whether it's good or more opportune, like just take that right here. Find the balance, squeeze in, lift up. And that's just it, it's balance. It's a balanced action. There's an effort and an ease, a hard and a soft. Find that right here. Standing leg raise on your left. Pull your left knee up to hip height. And you can even extend your leg straight. Yeah, I see some of you have already started to extend the leg. If you can grab the toe, or maybe you don't even have to touch your toe. I don't know. Like play in that round. Like, where does it look like? What does it feel like? And then open it up to the left. Yeah, and don't give up. If you fall out, just reset. This is like yoga. It's easy. Just come right back in. And then back into the center, all together, tight, and then lifting up to get light, hands up to the sky. Warrior 3. To stabilize here, I always set my gaze before I start to shift back. So soften the standing leg and then set your gaze where you want to go. Keep your chest lifted here. Pull your shoulder blades into your spine, move them closer to your body. And then keep reaching, flex your toes, keep pushing. You get even longer, it feels. And now press your hands together and pull them in like you're doing a row, squeezing the shoulder blades in. Set up half moon. Yeah, this time you're gonna drop your left hand to the outside of your foot. And I tend to shift my gaze last. It truly is, sorry, cutting off my head here. My gaze is truly the last thing that I take up if I choose to take it up. Sometimes I feel a little more stable keeping my gaze right at the earth. So notice what works for you. Maybe taking your gaze up is what's throwing you off. Squeeze your bottom glute. The leg that's pressing down into the earth, squeeze that glute. Look up. Yeah, expand from the inside out. Now remember, we're coming back. So slow and control. Come back. Warrior 3. Square the hips. Lift up the chest. Standing leg raise. Yeah, you just got to get playful. Don't get frustrated. If you come out, just come out. Tree. Left foot into your right leg. Great job, you guys. And this is your tree. Like, it doesn't have to just be right here. It can be wherever. Like, if your tree is lifting up to the sky and looking up, if your tree is wobbly, if your tree is inverted, like whatever it is, it's yours. You own it. Fully expand out here. Yeah, we can't be the trees in Johansson Park that take like hundreds of years. Like, we're still little baby trees. So like, if you fall out, come right back in. Lift up and then go for 3, 2, everybody full inhale. Release. Shake it out. And then Tadasana, full breath, reach up together, we'll lengthen sides of the body up towards the ears, look up, go back, forward fold. Halfway lift, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to the top of your mat, take warrior 1. So back into our strong lunge, our warrior pose. Warrior 2, open up here. So arms to opposite sides. And have strong arms. Notice if your arms are weak and lazy, you can't hold your swords, right? If we're strong warriors, you've got 2 swords. Think about reaching out. Now pull the shoulder blades into your spine and then lunge about 4 inches deeper. If your knee is pulling towards your big toe, that's a misalignment. Just pull your knee over towards your pinky toe. Get a little bit safer. And then draw into that lunge a little bit deeper. Right here, find the power for 3, 2, straighten your front leg, triangle. And keep the action in your legs, all of that energy squeezing in, and then reach forward, as far forward as you can reach, and then come down to the outside of your foot. And then you can play here. If your legs are close together, if you have a narrow stance here, notice that you can take your stance out wider and give yourself a little more access. So I used to take my triangles like this, and now I've gotten to where I can distance my feet and I can get a little bit longer. So for those of you without a block who are feeling the stretch here, maybe take some distance between your feet, get a little playful. And just try it on. If it doesn't feel good, you can always go back to your more narrow stance. But everybody, squeeze your bottom glute, press your hips forward. You've got it. Look forward, reach up. Now puff your chest and open up. Yeah, you've got it, just like that. Big breath in, and then rinse out. Keep opening, fill up. Top shoulder back, bottom rib cage forward. And come to standing. Yeah, straighten both legs and pivot all of your toes to face. Well, actually, take your front toes to face the same way as your back toes. Side facing, wide-legged forward fold. And again, another space where I would invite more distance between the feet. Face both feet to 12 o'clock and forward bow. Walk your hands back in line with your toes, bend your elbows, shift your hips so that they stack over your heels and drop your head. Now, for those of you who are taking inversions, I invite you to go now. Whatever your inversion looks like, if it's tripod pressing through the hands, if it's a press and you're lifting up through the feet, weight in the hands, and then start to lift up. Go for it, right here. Pit of the belly, in and up. Fully controlled, you guys have got this. Keep breathing, lift your hips up to the sky. Shift your hips forward. Lift halfway. Bow. You're in a headstand, slowly make your way back to the earth. Together we'll lift halfway. Forward bow. And then press into the feet, lift all the way up to standing. Pyramid, pivot your right foot to 12 o'clock. So your right foot is going back to the top of your mat, and then you'll step your back foot up. So my back foot is facing the 10 to 11 o'clock spot, and then reach the hands up to the sky. Bow forward. My chest is coming towards my thigh. My head will go last, looking behind me. Now, if I need support here, I can do one of two things. I can either bend the front knee if that feels better, or I can keep the front leg straight and lift my back heel. Drop your head. Halfway lift. Bow forward. One more, halfway lift. Forward fold. Revolved pyramid. Yeah, so your right hand, I lied. Your left hand is on the earth, your right hand is to the sky. Now, your bottom hand, your left hand is at your center line. If you want to advance this, take it over to your pinky toe and look and reach. Square your hips to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, rinse. I don't know why I said halfway lift. Look up, twist, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. We're gonna take it to the other side. So step your left foot to the top of your mat, take warrior one. Warrior two, I want you to open up here. Now remember, we haven't done warrior two on this side, so we want to come back into the foundation. Face your front foot at 12 o'clock and bring the knee towards your center toe or your pinky toe. Great alignment, Tom. It looks great. Yes, Mickey, go even deeper. That's it. Everybody, pressure in the back foot. Come deeper into the lunge. And then pressing through your front foot, straighten both legs, triangle. Now the action in the leg here is like you're squeezing your legs together, like if you could ripple your mat underneath you. Come forward and down. Squeeze your left butt cheek and then press forward. Pull your top hip back and move your bottom hip forward. Look up. Light hands. Exhale, shoulder blades into your spine. Pull them even deeper to the body. One more big reach, big rinse. All the way to standing. Yeah, and this time take your front foot to meet your back foot as far as the toes go. Yeah, side facing, wide-legged forward fold. I like to place a bind here. If you have a bind, interlace your hands at your low back. Maybe even reach for opposite hands, and then together bow forward. Notice in your side-facing, wide-legged forward fold, yes, it is the longest name of a yoga pose ever. If your booty is pushing back, shift your hips forward. And when you feel light in your heels, just drive your heels down. Great job, just like that. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Big inhale. Exhale. Yeah, inhale, half lift. Release your bind. Come all the way to standing. Pivot the left foot to 12 o'clock. We're going to come into pyramid. So I want you to adjust your stance. Like we did this on the right side. Now I'm close to the screen so I can see you. So you can't see me right now, but I'm here. So I want you to square your hips and move into pyramid. Forward bow. So pull your left hip back and pull your right, or push your left hip back to pull your right hip forward. So you may even narrow your stance here. Don't be afraid to pull your back foot up a little bit. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more, half lift, flatten your back. Take the rounding out of the shoulders. Bow forward. Revolved pyramid. So this time, yes, you want to take bottom hand to the center line or your big pinky toe. Yeah, so Sally, take your right hand in even more. Come to your center line or even over. Yeah, now lift the left hand up. Now, if you don't want to lift the left hand up, the other place to put it is right here on your low back so that you can feel that twist. If you put it here, you can tell if you're cranking the hip. So sometimes when I'm on my revolved, I'll go here, keeping my hips square and then looking up. You got it. Breath in, light. Exhale, rinse. Everybody, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Whoo, that's it. Yeah, take a breather here. 5 breaths in your downward facing dog. If I haven't already said it today, I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up here, showing up big, but really allowing me into your home and into your space. Take another big inhale. Let out the exhale. High plank. High plank to low plank. Low plank to high plank. Yeah, go low plank, high plank, and then breathe. I notice when I start to do these things that I start not breathing, and the next thing you know, I'm like, oh, I don't think I was breathing there. So I'm going to invite you right here. We're going to breathe together. So take an inhale and then exhale. Yeah, inhale, exhale low, inhale high, exhale low. Yeah, don't give up here. Just drop your knees if you need to modify. Inhale high, exhale low. Another inhale high, exhale low. Last one, inhale high plank, 3, 2, exhale low plank, 3, 2, No plank, right onto the belly. You can find your favorite cheek here. And then switch to your other cheek. I don't know about you guys, but being at home, I find myself sitting on the couch a little more, find myself laying in the bed a little more. Sometimes I even nap, don't tell my friends. But a lot of it's shown up in my body, like my joints, like the achiness, like not enough physical exercise, and truly my back really started to experience some back pain. So I invite you, if you've had any type of back pain, if you'll just bend your knees, let your feet go to the sky. You can see who's joining me in the back pain arena. Awesome. Yeah, so some of us have that little crank. Awesome. Like we're going to do just 3 short exercises that are going to help us to release some of that back pain. So I want you to come on to, well, you're already on your belly, so I don't want you to move. Stay on your belly. And then I just want you to take your right hand out to your right side. So notice my right hand is out to my right side. I'm going to have my wrist in line with my shoulder. So wrist in line with shoulder, and I'm going to drop down onto my right cheek. Now, notice if you're still holding your head up like this and you don't want to drop it, drop your head. The only reason I'm not is because of the mic. So drop your head and then take your left hand by your chest and you're going to roll onto your right side. Now, if you need more here, I want you to lift your left leg and drop your heel behind you. So your knee will be extended towards the sky and your foot is down towards the earth or it's hanging. So if you want more, take your left hand up, bind it behind your back. You should find ease here, be a little more relaxed. You're just opening, releasing through the shoulder, the chest. Keep breathing. Take it a little bit deeper. Yeah, so you're finding your edge right there. 5 more seconds. Release to your belly. We're going to move right over to the left side. So we're doing the same thing. So your left arm is going to come out straight in line with your left shoulder. And then you're going to drop your left cheek onto the mat with your right hand, press onto your left side. Now, your sides might be different. Your left side might feel tighter than your right. It's normal to have a side that is less open and one that's a little more challenging. Now, all of those same modifications apply here. If you want to go deeper, bend the knee and drop your heel back. Even deeper, take your right hand, go for the bind. If you're super hyper flexible here, you can extend both knees up to the sky as well. You want to be able to breathe here. If you've intensified this and you're not breathing, back off a little. Everybody take an inhale. Let out the exhale. Yeah, deepen it a little. Big inhale. Exhale. Roll to your belly. Now, the next one we're going to do is the same thing. You're going to take your right hand out to your right side. The only difference in this one is you're going to bend the elbows. So your elbow's going to bend and your hands are going to go forward. So your arm is down, bend the elbow at 45. Your hand is coming towards the top of your mat. Beautiful. Drop your right cheek, roll onto your right side. We've now moved from the shoulder into the pec. Now, for those of you who do this practice often, you know that we're a push practice. We do push-ups, chaturangas, handstands, down dogs. So this is going to start to open those spaces that we don't necessarily get into and stretch. Yeah, if you're a weightlifter and you're lifting heavy weights, like going into those spaces that you don't normally get to, right into the pec area. Go a little bit deeper. Yeah, you've got it. You might feel some tension. You may feel heat and tightness, like all of those are good sensations. If you feel sharp pain, back off now. Yeah, you've got it. Big breath in, release to your belly. We're gonna take this right on over to the left side. So your left arm out, bend the left elbow, hands towards the top of the mat, our fingers. Yeah, right hand towards your left or your right side, and then drop your left cheek, roll to your left side. For me, this is my most intense side. I definitely cannot lift any legs, and I can barely pull my right chest off of the mat. So allow this to be your level of intensity. And if you do lift your knees, if you are hypermobile, keep going. There's no judgment here. It's your practice, your body. You're just finding a way to access more, to get open, to let go. That's it. Even deeper. Breath in. Everybody release right on to your belly. Yeah, so this last one has got two sides, so it feels like two poses, but it's the same pose on different sides. It's called straight jacket. It was named appropriately. When you get in, you will understand. Now, come into what we call Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose is going to have your elbows close to your chest and your chest up. So this is kind of what your pets may look like when they're wanting you to do something for them or waiting. Yeah. Now, when you're up in this pose, I want you to take the right hand and I want you to go under or behind your left elbow. And you're going to come off of the elbow here, just giving yourself like a tight little in. So I'm not on the elbow, I'm actually fully extended. So if you find yourself stuck here on the elbow, just kind of rock onto your side and work it in, okay? Now the left arm is gonna come inside, so closer to my chest and behind my right arm, like where it feels like there's no space. Sometimes you'll get stuck on the elbow. If that's the case, again, just roll on to the left side and kind of shimmy yourself in. Now, if you're not quite sure you're doing it right, you can look at me and see I look like I'm in a straight jacket. Yeah, you can even see Sham there. You can see Sham from where I am, so I can say that. Yeah, and then drop your chin. Right here in straight jacket, palms down, and you can, as you loosen, just shimmy down a little bit more, right there. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna just breathe 5 breaths. And they're intentional breaths. Like notice if you can't even get to 5, like if your breath is short, take a deeper inhale and then settle in on the exhale. It should be around 3 right here. Inhaling on your 4th, maybe even exhaling. And then together we'll take this last big breath in and empty it out. Yeah, now slowly look up. To release, all I want you to do is like windshield wiper your hands forward. That forward, and then reach forward, back in to Sphinx. Now, this time we're just going the opposite way. So we're gonna take this left arm and we're gonna interlace it underneath, behind the right. Yeah, as far down. And I go a little bit deeper on this side. Now my right hand is gonna come behind my left, like closer to my chest where I feel like I have no space. And there we go. I'm a little bit deeper on this side than I was the other side. And for you, that might be different. Maybe this side you're a little more compromised. Drop your chin. And we're just gonna, you know, like, I mean, we're in quarantine, right? Like, so like we're in solitary confinement in our straight jacket for another 4 breaths. That's it. Just be right here, releasing, relaxing. And then I have weird questions that come up in my head, like, so are people who actually get put in straight jackets, do they have less back pain? Kind of like what shows up right here while you're here. And then those thoughts that don't even matter, just take them in right here, breathe them all in. And together we'll empty out. Just come right back into your straight jacket, right back into the sensations of your body. And then inhale it. Exhale. And everybody release. Slowly release your hands out. And take a little stretch, reach out, and release. Come in to lotus or locust. So your hands behind your back for this one. We're going to take bound locust. Press your bind back and look up. That's it, or look forward. Yeah. Take your shoulders back, lift your heels up, lift your thighs up. Release. Slowly roll down. And then we'll go again. This time, take the locust of your choice. You can come up with a bind. You can come up with your hands out, but everybody lengthen and lift. Locust, right here. Draw in. Create your full expression out. Rock your hips side to side. Bend your knees. Reach back for your shins. Bow. That's it. Flex your toes. Press your shins away. Lift up. Lower down. And then go again. Bow. Bow number 2. Bigger bow. Brighter bow. Lift up. Lengthen out. Lower down. You can windshield wiper your knees side to side. And press into upward facing dog. Big up dog. Lift your thighs. Open your chest. Downward facing dog. And this next back bend is probably one of my favorites. It's called half camel. So in half camel, I want you to step your right foot to the top of your mat, low lunge, drop your back knee. Yeah, so you'll kind of be in a low lunge, and then take your right hand onto your right knee and lift your left hand up to the sky. You can curl your toes here or leave your foot flat, but I want you pressing your hips forward, left hip forward, lunge deep, and then reach your hand back to your left foot and reach your right hand up and over, opening up into half camel. That's it. Look up, arch your back, puff your chest, go back even deeper, lunge in, go back. Downward facing dog. Yeah, and this time step your left foot forward, low lunge for half camel. Press your right hip flexor forward, reach your right hand up, and then go over, reaching for your right heel, left hand up and over, getting the extra stretch. Draw in to create your full expression out. Downward facing dog. And the greatest thing about this practice is, you know, there's so many variations, so many options, and I invite you into the one of your choice. If you want to go into full camel here, drop both knees and go back. If you want to take half camel, we're going right leg forward, dropping the back leg. Everybody, camel, half camel, full camel, your camel, go. You got it right here. Choose your expression, lift up, go back, look back, downward facing dog. And then we're moving right in, camel, left side, draw your left knee forward, your right knee down, and then go for it. Right hand back, left hand forward and up. Open up, reach back, expand out, downward facing dog. High plank. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. And then right here in your high plank, if you want more stability, just take your feet out a little bit wider. And then reach your right hand forward and tap your right shoulder. Then reach it forward and drop it down. Yeah, left hand forward, tap the shoulder, left hand forward, drop it down. Yeah, lift the right heel, take it out, tap it down, bring it up and back in. Left heel up, out, tap, up, back in. Yeah, take a breath in and release. Yeah. Now another inhale, exhale, low plank. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Look at the top of your mat. Fly there. Take your feet through. Come right onto your spine. And drop onto your back. Yeah, so on your spine, back, same thing. Lift your feet. Now bend your knees. So your feet are in line with your knees, and your knees are stacked over your hips. Sorry, I can do this for you. There we go. So flex your feet and draw your outer shins in. Now, I want you to take your, so lift up into a crunch, like your elbows are in line with your knees. And then I want you to take your left foot out and your right hand out. And then you're gonna come back in and switch. Take your right foot out and your left hand out. Opposite hand, opposite foot. That's it. And then come back towards your ear and then switch. So you're going out and then in, out and then in, opposite to opposite. Keep going, crunching into the center line. Don't let the knees come past the hips and don't let the hands come past the ears. You got it. Keep going for another 30, 29. You got it. Pit of the belly, in and up. 25, 24. Action in the feet. Flex the toes. You got it right there. Come on, Mickey. Flex the feet. You got it, Kayla. Nice and tight. Keep going, Holly. Beautiful. 20, 19, 18. You got like perfect alignment, Mr. Bolton. That's it. Oh, hey, James. So cute. Here we go. 15, 14. Keep moving. That's it, Shami. Tight as light. Keep going. You got it, Mickey. Straight out. 10, 9. Right when you get above, take another breath and come back in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into your chest. Woo! Rock and roll 3 times. Downward facing frog. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been able to say that. Let's move into our frog. The great thing about you guys being in your space at home is that you may have carpet or pillows to throw under your knees. And just set up. I did a practice at home the other day and the girl called frog and I was regretting the fact that I had wood tile throughout my house. Yeah. Well, there's some perks to being at home, right? Playfulness, like comfort of your own home. Right here, like with that extra ease, like I invite you to bring in a little more effort. Pressing your hips back towards your heels. And breathe. I can't hear you breathe, but the great thing about this pose is I can see you breathe. Yeah, unless you've positioned your camera to where I can't, or you've not turned on your camera, like you can see the back. So I want you to feel what I can see. As you inhale, I want you to feel the sides of your body getting bigger and wider, expanding as it gets all of that air. And then as you exhale, I want you to feel the sides of your body contracting back in as you get smaller. Feel it all the way, let it out, and then go back into big, 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 big. Hold it, and then press your hips back and let it go small, small, small. And keep your focus on that as you continue to move in deeper. Because sometimes that's what it's about. It's about shifting the vision so that you can be up to something bigger, so that you can stay in. There have been so many times where it's gotten a little uncomfortable throughout this pandemic and what we can do, where we'll go, you know, where will the money come from? Will the students show up? And instead of focusing on the what ifs, I focused on how to make it happen, how to bring it to life. And I invite you the same shift, whatever is happening, like shift happens, and it happens because you change your vision. Shift what is happening, like right here, like go from no to how. Lift the front of your pelvis, press your tailbone back. Yeah, and for me, the how happened to be Zoom. The how happened to be the people, to each and every one of you, to the amazing teachers. Yeah, the how in this for you right now is breath. Focus right on the breath, not on the tension, not on the things that we can't accomplish, but right here together, let's accomplish what we can. And we can together for 5 more breaths, I promise. 5 more. Three. Got another little friend there. I'm Bella and Leah's friend. Hi. Ah. And then just press back a little bit more. Maybe even walk your hands forward. Oh, another friend. Hi. Walking the hands forward. Drop your forehead. Everybody shift your hips back to your fullest expression. Big inhale and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Slowly and mindfully onto the belly, straightening your legs. And then come on to your seats. Mickey, I just realized the Mbody behind you. I like it, like you set up a promo for us. Yeah. Little commercial banner in the back, Mbody Yoga. Now everybody is on your seat. Scoop out any extra love. So that would be getting your sit bones into the mat. And I will come to the side just so you can see. If you are extended straight and you're reaching up and you fold and you've got this big dome or curve in the back, try bending the knees a little, getting a flat spine, pulling the chest closer so that you get more of a lower lumbar release, and then allowing the legs to straighten as your chest goes a little bit deeper. So we're hinging right at the hips, back forward, and it'll curve a little bit in the spine as you start to roll forward. And that's it, everybody, just lower down, let your head be the last to go. Then inhale to a flat spine, lift halfway. Exhale, bow forward. Great job. Breathe in, lift up. Bow forward. And slowly release the feet. Come all the way to a seated position. And then slowly roll to your spine, all the way onto your back, and take an inversion of choice. Yeah, you can lift your feet up to the sky, waterfall. And if you happen to be near a wall, like you can throw your feet up on the wall. Rolling into shoulder stand, just right onto your shoulder blades, hands at your low back, or traditional headstands. Nice. Got some really strong headstands in this practice today. If you've shifted into shoulder stand, I invite you to plow. Drop your feet to the earth behind you. And just press your thighs up and away. Sometimes in shoulder stand, I like to drop my feet one at a time and lift them one at a time, just feeling the power there, the opening. From plow, you can shift into Karnapadasana, bend the knees, cover your ear holes. Karnapadasana, back to shoulder stand, or plow, excuse me, back into plow, just straightening the knees, pushing the thighs back. And headstand, slowly make your way into child's pose. From plow pose, one leg at a time, come back to shoulder stand. shoulder stand, everybody. Make your way back to the earth, onto your spine, one vertebrae at a time. And I want you to reach your hands over your head, flex your toes out in front of you. And then anything that's left, we'll bring it right here. Ball up your fist, squint your eyes, grit your teeth, flex your toes, and then inhale the capacity and hold your breath at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, Shavasana. Let it go. Melt into your mat. Nothing to do, nothing to say, just be. Ease up on yourself. When you don't know what to do next, ease up on yourself. See how much more you accomplish, how much easier life is, how much more you enjoy life when you aren't forcing yourself. Forcing can turn into fear. Fear that jobs won't get done. Fear that the natural way things would evolve won't be right. Fear that you're not good enough. Learn a different way. Learn the way of love. Relax. Sit back. Let go for now. Do something different. Breathe deeply. Burn a candle. Read a poem. Light some sage. If fear is present, send it away. See it, feel it, then allow it to leave. Return to the task in love when it feels natural, right, and on time. Participate naturally, joyfully in creation, whether that's the creation of a relationship, a dinner, a garden, or a meeting. Sometimes it's time to focus, to try hard. Sometimes it's time to ease up. See how much more you get done when you ease up. And see how much more playing and laughing and enjoying gets done too. Ease up on yourself. Bring movement to your body. Bring your knees to your chest one at a time. Find yourself to your favorite side. Bring your hands to your heart center. And together we'll seal our practice. 3 ohms. Inhale. Draw your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. As we pause here, namaste. Great job, you guys. It's so awesome to see all of you guys still making it to virtual classes, being on your mat and in your practice. I saw some new faces today that I haven't seen in a while, like Kayla, I see you, welcome. Dr. Bolton, I see you, glad to see you on the mat. He's got a new baby, so I love seeing him get out there. Yeah, Sean, I see you, Sally, I see you. I see all of you. I mean, it is so great. Like, I have enjoyed it. Tom, Nikki, yeah, Polly. Oh my gosh, there's a new baby. Oh, I love him. That is the greatest thing. Oh my gosh. I love babies and puppies, you guys. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. So yeah, this is it, you guys. This is our virtual studio, and I welcome you if it's your first time here. Kayla, yes or no, are you teaching virtual classes right now? Yes, awesome. Can you unmic really quick? You guys, Kayla's an amazing teacher. She actually did her 200-hour here. If you can unmute yourself, Kayla, awesome. She did her 200-hour here, and she taught here, and she's also taught at Saluna Yoga over across town. So, Kayla, you want to tell them why you're teaching so that they can check in and maybe check out your class?
Yeah, thank you. I'm actually teaching with Saluna Yoga Spa. The virtual classes are through Saluna's website. And I'll be teaching Wednesday morning a vinyasa and Friday evening a gentle restore.
Oh, nice. Gentle restore sounds great too. Awesome. What's the time?
Wednesday morning is 9:30 and then Friday is going to be 4:30.
Awesome. I love it. And for those of you who've never heard of Saluna Yoga and Spa, a dear friend of mine, Dory Thompson, she's actually the whole reason that I am even a teacher, you guys. So Dory and her husband and my husband all went to college together and have been friends for like over 25 years. And when Dory went on a prenatal yoga retreat, my husband and I went with her, and that was the beginning for me of yoga. So I have a lot of love for Dory and Saluna Yoga over there, and obviously for Miss Kayla. She came from us and went to them, so it's all family. So you guys join into our classes, join into other classes, see what's out in this community. There's a lot of incredible yoga, some incredible yoga teachers. I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction on yours, but in mine, she's right there. And yeah, so just sharing the love, you guys. Enjoy your yoga and enjoy having the opportunity to experience other studios and other amazing teachers like Kayla. And then obviously I'm here for you. Yoga is here for you, and Mbody is here for you. And let us know what we can do. You guys, it has been an honor and a pleasure. Again, Kayla, thank you. You guys, I look forward to seeing you right here. I'll be back tomorrow at 9. Bye.